Welcome friends. In this new video, we will discuss theorems on sequences. The statement of the theorem is theorem if equal to 0 and an greater than equal to 0 for all n, then an greater than equal to 0. So, let us see the proof of this theorem. We have to show that if limit of an equal to 0 and an, then the limit here limit of an equal to a, limit of an equal to a, and if this terms, all the terms of the series of the sequence are positive, then this limit is also positive. Now we assume a contradiction if possible. The limit of this a is less than 0. Again it is given since limit of an equal to a. Therefore, for epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that mod of n minus a is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. Now let us take a particular value of epsilon. Let epsilon equal to minus 1 by 2 into a. A is a negative, we have chosen a is a negative. So minus 1 by 2a is positive. Therefore, for this particular value there exists a positive integer m1 such that mod of n minus n greater than equal to m1. We write it as a minus epsilon is less than an is less than a plus epsilon for all n greater than equal to m1. Now substitute the value of epsilon. Here a plus 1 by 2a is less than an is less than a minus 1 by 2a for all n greater than equal to m1. Now you can see that this is a 3 by 2 into a less than an less than 1 by 2a for all n greater than equal to m1. Now see here a is a negative, so we have how many terms of the sequence? Infinite terms of the sequence lies between two negative terms, and therefore an is less than or equal to 0, less than 0 for all n greater than equal to m1. But it is not possible, this is a contradiction. This is a contradiction, and hence the limit of the positive term sequence, limit of an equal to a is also positive. It is not possible. Now let us prove another theorem. The statement which compares two sequences. The statement of the theorem if sequence an and sequence bn are two sequences such that number 1 an less than equal to bn, first condition, and second condition limit of an equal to a, limit of bn equal to b, then we have to show that a is less than equal to b. This is for all n. We have two sequences, and the terms of the sequences are related by this condition an less than equal to bn for all n, and second limit of an equal to a, limit of bn equal to b, and we have to show that their limit are also related, and the relation between this limit equal to A is less than equal to B. Now let us see the proof of this. Again we assume the contradiction. Suppose if possible A is greater than B, and let us choose A minus B equal to 3 epsilon. Look at this, we have taken A minus B equal to 3 epsilon. Suppose my B is 5, then B minus epsilon, suppose epsilon equal to 1, then B minus here if we choose it is less than 3, that is it is less than 3 epsilon, suppose 2 epsilon, then we can see that it is 2 epsilon. The difference between this A and B is equal to 2 epsilon. For example, you are understanding, if we take it as a 2 epsilon, suppose if we take it epsilon equal to 1, then A minus B equal to 2, and here if this is my 5, then my A is 7, for example. And you can see that here B minus epsilon here is a 4 and here is a 6, okay, and A minus epsilon, then A minus epsilon is a 6 and A plus epsilon is a 8. So we have this number, this interval of this number, interval of this open interval containing this 6 contain members of this sequence Bn and members of the sequence An, okay, and that is why we have taken this A minus B equal to 3 epsilon, and therefore it is possible that the neighborhood here A minus epsilon comma A plus epsilon and B minus epsilon and B plus epsilon are disjoint. We get disjoint neighborhoods of A minus epsilon and B minus epsilon by choosing this difference is equal to 3 epsilon are disjoint, okay. We get a disjoint neighborhoods respectively. These are the neighborhoods of A and B. Again what is given, that since An converges to A, again Bn converges to B, therefore for epsilon greater than 0 there exist m1 and m2 positive numbers such that these are the positive numbers such that here mod of An minus A is less than epsilon and mod of Bn minus B is less than epsilon. This is for all n greater than equal to m1. This is for all n greater than equal to m2. Now let us take a maximum of this, maximum of m1 comma m2 equal to m. Then you can see that for all n greater than equal to m maximum, mod of An minus A is less than epsilon and mod of Bn minus B is less than epsilon. Less than epsilon. So this implies that what is this implies? This implies that Bn lies between B minus epsilon to B plus epsilon, and An lies between A minus epsilon to A plus epsilon. This is how many values of An? For all n greater than equal to m. How many Bn's? All n greater than equal to m, infinite values, okay. Now look at, see, we have taken A is greater than B, this is my B, this is my A, then this is a neighborhood B minus epsilon, this is B plus epsilon, these neighborhoods are disjoint, this is A minus epsilon, this is A plus epsilon. This neighborhood contain how many points? Infinite point. This neighborhood contain how many points? Infinite points. So this B is less than A. So therefore this Bn is less than equal to An for infinitely many values of n. we get that Bn is less than equal to An for all n greater than equal to m, and this is a contradiction to the hypothesis. What is in a hypothesis? An is less than equal to Bn for all n, but here we get that for infinite value of n, Bn is less than equal to An. This is due to by our wrong assumption, that is A is greater than B, and hence this A is less than equal to B. Okay. Let us see example on this. Show that the sequence Bn where Bn equal to 1 divided by n plus 1 square plus 1 divided by n plus 2 square plus 1 divided by n plus n square is converges to 0. Now we know that, see the solution, we see that n is positive integer and n is always less than 2n, or this implies n square is less than equal to 2n square, or this implies that 1 divided by n square is greater than 1 divided by 2n square. So here Bn equal to, Bn is what? Bn is 1 divided by n plus 1 whole square plus 1 divided by n plus 2 whole square plus 1 divided by n plus n whole square. This is my Bn. Now you can see that each term n is 1 divided by n square is greater than 1 divided by 2n square. So here instead of this, if I write the smaller term 2n square plus, for this I also replace a smaller term 2n square plus and here 2n square. Therefore the sum is less than this all the terms, but these are n in number, so this is equal to n divided by 2n square. Again we know that n is less than n plus 1. This implies that 1 divided by n is greater than 1 divided by n plus 1. Also n is less than n plus 2. So 1 divided by n is greater than 1 divided by n plus 2. So let us write one more times Bn equal to 1 divided by n plus 1 whole square plus 1 divided by n plus 2 whole square plus 1 divided by n plus n whole square. Now here if we take 1 divided by n square plus 1 divided by n square plus 1 divided by n square, you can see that 1 divided by n is smaller than 1 divided by n. So therefore this all the terms less than equal to 1 divided by n square plus 1 divided by n square, this is equal to n divided by n square. Okay, so we have that this Bn lies between n divided by 2n square or 4n square is less than Bn is less than n divided by n square. N square and square, n and n square get cancelled, or 1 divided by 4n is less than Bn is less than 1 divided by n. Now let us suppose that my sequence An equal to 1 divided by 4n and my sequence Cn equal to 1 divided by n. Then limit of An equal to 0, limit of Cn equal to 0. Both the sequences are convergent, and by this theorem this is convergent, this is convergent, and hence Bn is also convergent, and limit of Bn is also is equal to 0. Okay, so this proves the problem. Now see the Cauchy's first principle. We have seen Cauchy's principle on sequence. Here we show Cauchy's first theorem on limit. Cauchy's first theorem on limit. This is the heading of this theorem. Now what is the theorem? If limit of an equal to L, then limit of a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n is also equal to L. This is the Cauchy's first theorem on a limit. To prove this, let us suppose that let Bn equal to an minus L. Then you can see that limit of Bn equal to limit of an minus L equal to L minus n equal to 0. That means the sequence Bn is a convergent sequence. Now here a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n equal to let us calculate B1, okay, B1, B2, Bn. Substitute the value of B1, A1 minus L plus A2 minus L plus An minus L divided by n equal to A1 plus A2 plus An divided by n minus L, n times L. Okay, so from this we can write A1 plus A2 plus An divided by n equal to, this is equal to L plus B1 plus B2 plus Bn divided by L. Now we are proving that A1 plus A2 plus An equal to An divided by L equal to 0. So this will be proved if we able to prove that B1 plus B2 plus Bn divided by n equal to 0. So whenever we prove that this is equal to 0, so our here we need to show that limit of B1 plus B2 plus Bn divided by n equal to 0. If we able to show this is equal to 0, then we have established the results. Okay. So it is what is given, we have proved that here limit of Bn equal to 0. Limit of Bn equal to 0, therefore this sequence Bn is convergent. Bn is convergent and hence it is bounded. Convergent, therefore sequence Bn is bounded. Sequence Bn is bounded, that means there exists a positive integer k such that mod of Bn is less than equal to k for all n. Sequence is bounded as the result. Okay. Now let us apply this definition of limit of Bn is equal to 0. Limit of Bn for epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that mod of Bn minus 0 is less than 1 by 2 epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. This is here we get Bn is less than equal to. Okay. So let us calculate B1 plus B2 plus Bn divided by n. So this is equal to this is equal to b1 plus b2 plus bn. We separate this term b1 plus b2 plus bm, first m term, divided by n, plus bm plus 1 plus bm plus 2 plus bn divided by n. Okay. So, this is less than equal to mod of b1 plus mod of b2 plus mod of bm divided by n plus mod of bm plus 1 plus mod of bm plus 2 plus mod of bn divided by n. Okay. Now, b1 is all these terms, all the bn are less than equal to k. Apply this term, b1 is less than k, b2 is less than k, b3 is less than k, bm is less than k. So, if we replace everywhere k in the first here, then we get that, we get here, you can see, we get this is less than equal, this is less than equal to k plus k. How many times? M times divided by n plus. Now, you can see that bn is less than equal to 1 by 2 epsilon for all n greater than equal to m plus 1 is greater than m. So, this bm plus 1 is less than 1 by 2 epsilon. So, therefore, here we write 1 by 2 epsilon plus 1 by 2 epsilon plus 1 by 2 epsilon divided by n. Now, this is equal to mk divided by n plus epsilon by 2 divided by n minus m divided by n, or this is equal to, okay. So, look at this, n minus m divided by n. If we divide by n, we get 1 minus m, that is fraction, and we remove this fraction by writing here mk divided by n plus epsilon by 2. So, this whole number is becomes less than mk divided by n plus epsilon by 2. Okay. So, see here, this is, remember this result, we are proving this limit of a n equal to this, I am going to write in short, limit of b n equal to 0. Okay. Here I will write here a1 plus a2 plus a n divided by n equal to L plus b1 plus b2 plus bn divided by n. Now, here this is convergence, this is about the convergence. Okay. So, we have this b1 plus b2 plus bn is less than, here we get b1 plus b2 plus is less than m, I will write once again here b1 plus b2 plus bn divided by n is less than mk divided by n plus 1 by 2 epsilon. Now, I have two numbers. Suppose I have this number 2mk divided by epsilon, this is one number. Then it is possible that it is choose m1 which is greater than 2mk divided by epsilon. As m1 is a number, there are infinite n which are greater than m1. So, this implies that n is greater than 2mk divided by epsilon, or we can write, transfer this n to this side, 1 is greater than 2mk divided by n into epsilon. What is n? N is a number which is greater than m1. Okay. So, we have chosen m1 in such a way that this m1 is greater than 2mk divided by epsilon. Okay. So, this is all n greater than equal to m1. Now, so from this let us transfer this epsilon to this side and to these sides, we get that here epsilon by 2 is greater than mk divided by n for all n greater than equal to m. Now we apply this term here. What we have taken? We have taken that m1 is a number which is greater than 2 mk divided by epsilon. Then this term mk divided by n, this will be less than 1 by 2 epsilon for which number? For all n greater than equal to m. Now again here Bn is less than 1 by 2 epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. So we have two fixed quantities, one is m and another is m1. Now we choose the common term for which these two inequalities, Bn is less than equal to 1 by 2 and epsilon by 2 is greater than mk divided by n is satisfied. Okay. So let us suppose that let m, here let us take n which is a maximum of m comma m1. Then for all n greater than equal to this capital N, we have this term mod of this is also less than 1 by 2 epsilon, but here b1 plus b2 plus bn divided by n, this will be less than epsilon. Okay. Now this is less than epsilon, or we can write that this is mod of, or mod of, instead of this, mod of b1 plus b2 plus bn divided by n minus 0 is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to capital N, and limit of b1 plus b2 plus bn divided by n equal to 0. As this is equal to 0, we have limit of a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n equal to L, and hence this proves the convergence of this proves the Cauchy's theorem. Okay. Now see that this Cauchy's theorem is not always, this theorem, the converse of this theorem is not true. What is the converse of the theorem? What will be converse of theorem? If a1 plus a2 plus an divided by L, an divided by n equal to L, then limit of an equal to L. This is the converse. But if we take an equal to minus 1 raised to n, this sequence, then we can see that a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n, it has two values, 0 if n is even, and it is minus 1 by n if n is odd. In both the case, limit of a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n equal to 0. But this sequence cannot converges to 0. Limit of an is not equal to 0. It has two limit, plus 1 and minus 1, and hence the converse of this theorem is not true. Okay. Now let us see one more problem regarding this depending on this Cauchy's theorem. Cauchy's theorem, first theorem, show that limit of 1 divided by under root of n square plus 1 plus 1 divided by under root of n square plus 2 plus 1 divided by under root of n square plus n equal to 1. So to prove this, let us take an equal to n divided by under root of n square plus k equal to 1 to dash 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 n. Hence we have a1 equal to 1 divided n divided by under root of n square plus 1. A2 equal to n divided by under root of n square plus 2 dash dash. An equal to n divided by under root of n square plus n. Then here we can see that limit of an equal to limit of n divided by under root of n square plus n. This is equal to, here n tends to infinity. This is same as limit of 1 divided by under root of 1 plus 1 by n, dividing by n square or dividing by n to numerator and denominator. So this implies that this is equal to 1. Let us see this. Then here, therefore, by Cauchy's theorem, limit of a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n equal to 1, or limit of 1 divided by n into what is a1? N divided by under root of n square plus 1 plus a2 n divided by under root of n square plus 2 plus an n divided by under root of n square plus n equal to 1. Now taking n common and cancelling, this implies that limit of 1 divided by under root of n square plus 1 plus 1 divided by under root of n square plus 2 plus 1 divided by under root of n square plus n equal to 1. So this proves the problem. Again show that one more problem here. Show that this is similar to previous one. Show that limit of 1 divided by n, 1 plus 1 2 raised to 1 by 2 plus 3 raised to 1 by 3 plus n raised to 1 by n is equal to 1. So let an equal to n raised to n by n, then a1 equal to 1 raised to 1 by 1, a2 equal to 2 raised to 1 by 2, a3 equal to 3 raised to 1 by 3 dash dash, okay, like this. Then we can see that limit of an equal to limit of n raised to 1 by n tends to infinity. As n tends to infinity, this term goes faster and this tends to 0. So anything raised to 0 is equal to 1, limit becomes 1. Then by Cauchy's theorem, limit of a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n also equal to 1, or this implies limit of 1 divided by n into a1, that is 1, plus a2 2 raised to 1 by 2, a3 3 raised to 1 by 3 plus n raised to 1 by n is equal to 1, and this proves the theorem problem. Now let us see a theorem on geometric sequence. Statement of